from 1940 to 1960. 1940, 87% of black families in the United States were in poverty. 1960, it's 47. So there's a decline of 40 percentage points in that 20-year period. Before the welfare state comes in under Lyndon Johnson in the form of the war on poverty, the civil rights laws, and so forth. Now, over the next 20 years, from 60 to 80, the rate of poverty among black families goes down an additional 18%, which is fine, but it's the continuation of a pre-existing trend at a slightly lower rate. So it's not, and yet it's credited in the media and even in academia, it's credited usually to the civil rights laws and to the Johnson war on poverty. But what really turned bad were the social degeneration that occurred over that period. I could go on for days about the social degeneration. But when I grew up in Harlem in the 40s and 50s, I never heard a gunshot. And now, you know, people in housing projects especially, they put kids, some of them, to bed in bathtubs so that they won't be hit by stray bullets in the night. The homicide victimization rate among black males in the decade of the 1940s declined by 18%. From 1950 to 1960, it declined another 22%. And then in the 1960s, when all these wonderful new ideas in the criminal justice system came in, all of that reversed, and it shot up 89% in one decade, wiping out all the progress of the two preceding decades. Children raised without two parents present, that was about 22% in 1960. One generation later, it was 67%, and it's gone up a little since then as well. And now the rate among whites is higher than it was among blacks in 1960.
Right.
So if you look at what actually happens in the wake of these wonderful sounding policies, you see disaster after disaster. Exactly the same pattern in Britain. And all the things that are, in fact, right down to riots in London, Manchester, and other cities, which read just like riots in Ferguson and Baltimore. And race is not an issue because most of those people are white who are doing all these things, right down to setting fire to police cars. So you see the same policies are brought in. And people are saying, you know, poor people can't rise in America anymore. And the data that they use leave out immigrants. Immigrants come here with little more than the clothes on their back. Go in here and by the next generation, their kids are excelling in school, going off to leading colleges and into professions.
Colin Powell his parents were Jamaican, as I recall.
Yes.
Wasn't he raised in Harlem?